Yeah. So we were discussing about a story that we discussed yesterday about Helmut. So now we are going to get some details about Adolf Hitler and Helmut's father also. So what over here is there that Helmut's father was a Nazi, and the people who were the supporter of Adolf Hitler, that was the ruler of Germany at that time. So those who were supporting Adolf Hitler, they were also known as Nazi also. Actually, Adolf Hitler was a German politician. But from the beginning, he was not a politician. He joined politics later on in his career. So Adolf Hitler was a German politician. That I mean to say that no one from his family was there in the politics. He alone joined and he earned a lot of name and fame for himself, whether in positive sense or in negative sense. Whatever he has done from himself only. So Adolf Hitler was a German politician, leader of the Nazi party. There was a party known as Nazi party. Actually, the name of the party was something different that we will discuss in the chapter later on also. But in short, the party was called as Nazi party. Leader of Nazi party was Adolf Hitler. And the most monstrous and terrifying leader in the 20th century. Just we are discussing about a brief introduction of Adolf Hitler. First, he was a German politician. Next, he was the leader of Nazi party. You will have to just point out and join the dots that I'm just discussing. Leader of Nazi party, and he was monstrous. Means you can just imagine when I am saying the most monstrous, and as well as he was a terrifying leader also. Means everyone would be terrified from his name only. है ना, जब भी कोई एडोल्फ हिटलर का नाम ही सुन लेते थे तो वो टेरिफाइड यानी डर हो जाता था उनके अंदर में. So he was most monstrous. He was terrifying leader in the 20th century, and he led his nation to a disastrous war. That is the thing I was discussing. You know, that a leader can really take your country towards the sky, or a leader can take your country beneath the earth also. So Adolf Hitler led his nation, Germany, into a disastrous war and triggered the total destruction of millions of his own citizens. We all know that whenever there is a war, जब भी जंग होता है, लड़ाई होता है ना, then there is a total destruction. हर तरफ क्या होती है, बर्बादी होती है, destruction from everywhere, and millions of citizens die, innocent people die due to his. We are talking about Adolf Hitler, due to his anti-Semitic ideology. Now, what is that? A new term for you all. That is the racism against any group of people. Means he was just believing and supporting his caste, or you can say his race. Actually, in Germany at that time, the Aryans, who were the Aryans in Germany, they were called as the, you can say the real citizen of Germany. And they believed, means Adolf Hitler and his party believed that Aryans are the only people who can live in Germany. Others should not live in Germany. Suppose if a country like China, if they will say only the Buddhist people will live in China and people of other religion or people of other race should not be there in China, and if they will start killing another people in China, and they will just create a disastrous war against them also. That is known as anti-Semitic ideology. Means people who will go against your ideology, against your ideas, against your formula, or against your orders, they will be known as anti-Semitic ideology. Means they are the people who will go against the race. Means Adolf Hitler at his time, he was believing that only the Nordic German Aryans, that is the name of the race that he was also belonging from, Adolf Hitler also. And he was thinking that Nordic German Aryans are the only people who can live in Germany. Others should leave Germany. And that was the thing, that was the beginning of the war, you can say beginning of the destruction of Germany. So that was because of his thinking only. The thing was that he was spreading all about his thinking. He was just disseminating people, asking the people, and just convincing them that only the people of Germany who are really Nordic Germanarians can live. Hitler's determined to make Germany into a mighty power. Next, another thing about Hitler. He was determined that he want Germany to be the mighty power. Mighty means what? The strongest power. वो चाहता था कि जर्मनी जो है वो एक जो है सुपर पावर बन जाए. He was thinking Germany should have the should be at the top and should be the superpower of the world. Germany should capture the whole Europe. He was thinking, such type of thinking was having. He determined that he should make Germany a mighty power, and his ambition was to conquer all of Europe, not only Germany. His ambition was, you can say, like Napoleon Bonaparte. His ambition was also like Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon Bonaparte was also thinking that he had to conquer the whole Germany. Likewise, Hitler was also determined that he will also conquer the whole Europe, not only the Germany. So he started killing a lot of Jewish people. Now, who are these Jewish people? There is a religion known as Judaism, and the followers of that religion, Judaism, are known as Jews. So he killed a lot of Jews who was really in that particular country, Germany. And what he was just saying that these Jews are the most dangerous citizen of this country. They do not deserve to live in Germany. And he gave many reasons also to kill those Jews also. That we will also discuss in the later part of the chapter. So the members of the Nazi party were known as Nazis. So you will have to dot all these points that Hitler determined to make Germany mighty power. That was the thing. He killed a lot of Jews also. He led to disastrous war also. He was the leader of Nazi party. He was a German politician. And he was just killing his citizens because of anti-Semitic knowledge, ideology. Means he was thinking about the race that he believed to deserve, the race who deserved to be living in Germany. He was believing that race is Nordic German-Aryans only. They should live in Germany. And according to this ideology, he started killing the people of other race. Suppose there are many different type of race in Hinduism also. Brahmans होते हैं, है ना? और क्षत्रियस होते हैं, राजपूत होते हैं. They belong to the same religion. That is Hinduism. But there is a different type of racism. है ना? अलग-अलग race के लोग हैं, अलग-अलग caste के लोग हैं. So if the Brahmans will say, no, in India only the Brahmans will live and other races and other castes do not deserve to live in India, we will start killing them. So that type of thinking was Hitler also having in his mind. But we are fortunate that we are living in a democratic country and we don't have such problem in our country. So God has saved us that we are in a very nice country. So if someone asks you what is a Nazism, so let us define the word Nazism also. Nazism are the set of political beliefs that is associated with the Nazi party of Germany. So Nazism क्या है? बहुत सारे beliefs को एक मतलब आप कैसे that is a group of beliefs, you can say collection of political beliefs, a set, or you can say a collection of political beliefs that is associated with the Nazi party of Germany, and which was active between 1920 to 1945. 1945, that was the end of the Second World War. So Nazism ended with that particular end of Second World War also. So the ideas of the Nazi party, is known as Nazism. That is the ideas, or you can say political beliefs, which is directly connected with the Nazi party of Germany, is known as Nazism. And the people who was following Nazism, that set of beliefs that is associated with that party, are known as Nazis. And Helmut Father was also a Nazi. Means Helmut Father was following these particular beliefs of the Nazi party, whose leader was Adolf Hitler. Means directly you can say that Helmut's father was the follower of Adolf Hitler. You know, Helmut's father was the follower of Adolf Hitler. So it was a system, a structure of ideas about the world and politics. Nazism is a system as well as a structure of different ideas about the world and politics. And the party, that is the Nazi party, gained its power in the year 1933. So when this particular Nazi party gained power, I mean to say that when it came in power in the year 1933, means when Adolf Hitler got the chance, when he became the Chancellor of Germany in the year 1933, he started all the things, all the actions that we are going to study and discuss in the later part of the chapter, my dear students. So we have discussed about Adolf Hitler also. We have discussed a little bit about Helmut's father also. We discussed about Nazism, and we discussed about who are known as Nazis. And we also now came to know that Hitler people, or Hitler you can say directly, killed a lot of Jews also. And we know about the Jews, they are the follower of the religion known as Judaism. Now let us see why Helmut's father killed himself and what the basis of his fear was. है ना, हेलमत फादर ने किस लिए अपने आप को सुसाइड किया, why and what was his reasons. Let us see. So we are just going to highlight few of the things of the First World War that happened to be there in the year from the year 1914 to 1918, because this the reaction, or you can say the effect after the First World War led the Second World War also. So we must know about the First World War to get in the details about the Adolf Hitler as well as his party, because the root, you can say the root of the Second World War was led in the First World War. So we must know about this one. So in the First World War there were two parties, two different group of parties were there, two different group of countries were there who were fighting with each other. We will discuss about the reason of First World War also. The central power, the first party, or you can say the first group of countries who were there in the First World War, they were known as the Central Powers. And they are, you can say the first name is Germany, second Austria-Hungary, third Bulgaria, and the fourth one is the Turkey. They are all together in the same party, or you can say same group, and they were fighting against the second group known as the Allied Powers, the elite powers. And who were there in the elite powers, my dear students? Great Britain, that is now known as UK also, United Kingdom of Britain. And now France was also there in the elite powers, Russia, Italy, Romania, Japan, and the most important and the most powerful, the United States was also with the elite powers. So my dear students, there were two different groups in the First World War known as the Central Powers and the elite powers. So remember, try to remember the name of the countries who were there in the First World War, who were involved in the First World War, and try to remember the name of the group also, the Central Power and the elite powers. Okay, there were two different type of groups. Now we have to look into the power causes of the First World War. So before going to the reasons, my students, I would like to, so my dear students, let us move ahead and let us see about the causes that we are learning about the causes of the First World War. That let me click on the link. Yes, this is the causes of the First World War. So please listen it carefully. World War I, that is also known as First World War, that occurred between July 1914 and November 11, 1918. That was the year when the First World War was going on, 1914 to 1918. And over 17 million people killed. You can see 17 million people, 1 million equal to 10 lakh. 17 million people killed throughout the world, including over 1 lakh American troops. Usme 1 lakh, 1 lakh American troops were also killed in the First World War. in this, that 17 million. While the causes of the war are infinitely more complicated than a simple timeline of events, but are still debated and discussed to this day also. And the causes of First World War are different according to the different authors and different people. But we will have to manage and somehow try to learn the causes of the First World War, because different authors and different people have different type of thinkings, and they used to debate and discuss to this day also. So let us see what is according to me, what is according to the most accepted causes of war, यानी जो ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा लोग accept करते हैं कि ये हो सकता है causes of war. So we are just going to discuss that one only. Okay. So you can see mutual defense alliances. That is one of the thing that we must know about from here. Mutual alliance defenses का मतलब क्या होता है? Means if suppose there are three friends in the same class, 9th A, there are three friends and they have got agreement among themselves that if the fourth one in our class or from anyone will put his or her hand on any of us three, then we will start fighting together against that particular student, against that particular friend. If any of them, if anyone will put his or hand or will go against any of us, any three of us, then we will all three of us start together fighting with that particular man or with that particular student. That is known as mutual defense. यानी तीन फ्रेंड ने आपस में ये डिसाइड कर लिया है कि हम तीनों पर कोई भी हाथ उठाएगा तो हम लोग तीनों मिलकर क्या करेंगे, एक साथ लड़ेंगे. That is known as mutual defense alliance. Alliance में क्या होता है? That is the mutual agreement of getting together, है ना, join together. Now let us see what were the alliances. है ना? Over time, countries throughout Europe made mutual defense agreements. Mutual defense agreements, है ना, means they will defend each other. They were having mutual agreement that suppose if Russia will be attacked by someone, then Serbia is going to help Russia. If Germany will be attacked by someone, then Austria-Hungary will also help Germany. So likewise, there was some agreement. These treaties means agreement that if one country was attacked, the allied countries were bound to defend them. Allied means the partner country. Russia and Serbia were the partner. So if Serbia will be attacked, then Russia is going to help and defend him. If Russia is getting attacked by someone, then Serbia is going to help. That was the mutual agreement between these countries. So this agreement meant that if one country was attacked, allied countries will bound to defend them. Allied country means the partner country. And before World War I, the following alliances existed. World War I होने से पहले ये सारे alliances यानी agreement इन countries के बीच में पहले से थे. And what were the alliances and what were the countries? Let us see. Russia and Serbia were together. Germany and Austria-Hungary were together in the same agreement. France and Russia was also together. Britain, France and Belgium. It means France was having agreement with Russia also, and France was having agreement with Britain and Belgium also. So Britain, France and Belgium was having were there in the same agreement, and Japan and Britain was also there in the agreement. Now Britain is also having two type of agreement. Britain is with France and Belgium also, and Britain has done the agreement with Japan also. So जापान पर कोई अटैक करेगा तो ब्रिटेन हेल्प करने जा रहा है, और ब्रिटेन पर कोई अटैक करता है तो जापान उसको हेल्प करने वाला है. So that was the agreement between these countries. अब आगे देखते हैं. Let us move ahead. We are just running out of time. Austria-Hungary declared war on Serbia. Now that is the beginning of the war. You can say Austria-Hungary ने किस पर declare किया war? Serbia पर. Now let us see. जरा पीछे हम लोग चलते हैं last slide में कि हम लोग देखते हैं कि Austria-Hungary if Austria-Hungary had declared war on Serbia, तो सर्बिया को हेल्प करने वाले कौन है? Who is going to defend Serbia? Russia is going to help out Serbia and defend. And Austria-Hungary has attacked Serbia. Austria-Hungary ने अटैक किया सर्बिया पर, तो अब सर्बिया को हेल्प करने के लिए कौन आएगा? रशिया. So you can see over here, Russia got involved in to defend Serbia. अब Russia and Serbia were together, and Austria-Hungary was alone. So Austria-Hungary was also have one agreement with Germany. तो अब जर्मनी को बीच में आना पड़ रहा है. Germany will have to come and defend Austria-Hungary because Russia and Serbia are against Austria-Hungary. So Germany has to involve because he has agreement. So Germany, seeing Russia mobilizing, means coming forward, declared war on Russia. So Germany declared war on Russia because Germany was having agreement with Austria-Hungary. France was then drawn in against Germany and Austria-Hungary. अब देखो, अब यहाँ बात ये हो जाता है कि एक और हम लोग पीछे चलते स्लाइड जरा देखते हैं कि नाउ यू कैन से दैट रशिया वाज हैविंग हिज ओन एग्रीमेंट विद फ्रांस आल्सो. सो व्हेन जर्मनी स्टार्टेड अटैकिंग रशिया, सो रशिया आस्क्ड हेल्प फ्रॉम फ्रांस. सो फ्रांस आल्सो गॉट इन्वॉल्व्ड. यू कैन सी फ्रांस वाज देन ड्रॉन इन अगेंस्ट जर्मनी एंड ऑस्ट्रिया हंगरी. अब फ्रांस जो है इन दोनों के खिलाफ खड़े हो जाते हैं, जर्मनी के खिलाफ और ऑस्ट्रिया हंगरी के लिए, बिकॉज फ्रांस वाज हैविंग एग्रीमेंट विद रशिया. So Germany attacked France through Belgium, pulling Britain into power. Now you can see Germany ने अटैक किया फ्रांस को बेल्जियम के मदद से. Now you can see Belgium was Belgium. Belgium and France you can see are together. So you can see Germany attacked Belgium as well as pulled Britain also into the war because Britain was also in the agreement with Belgium and France. So first जब France attacked होता है जर्मनी के द्वारा, when Germany attacked France also, so Britain came to help France. And you can see when Britain was attacked by this Germany, then Japan also came into front. जापान को भी फिर बाद में इन्वॉल्व होना पड़ा. You can see Germany attacked France through Belgium, pulling Britain into war, and then Japan entered the war. Later, Italy and the United States would enter on the side of the Allies also, and later on इटली और यूनाइटेड स्टेट भी जो एलिट की तरफ से वॉर में क्या हो इंक्लूड हो जाते हैं. नाउ वी विल डिस्कस अबाउट इंपीरियलिज्म in our next class, my dear students. That's because we are running out of time. That's all. Thank you in this class. Try to remember the alliances that I discussed. Try to watch the video again and again so that you